For thousands of years, magical civilizations have flourished across the continents. Great universities train gifted mages, ancient kingdoms protect powerful relics, and secret organizations scheme in the shadows. Among these magical lands, the greatest academy is Bharat Imperial Magical University in India, while Royal Arcane University in Europe stands proudly as the third-ranked institution in the world. But destiny is about to connect two worlds through one ordinary girl, Jaipur, Rajasthan, India, Earth. The first rays of the sun bathe the pink sandstone buildings in a warm glow. Birds chirp from neem trees, and the streets slowly come alive with vendors preparing their stalls. Inside a modest yet cheerful home, the aroma of fresh chai and poha fills the kitchen. 17-year-old Arohi Sharma sits cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by books. She is focused on a notebook filled with sketches of temples, constellations, and handwritten Sanskrit verses. Her mother, Sunita Sharma, enters carrying 2 cups of chai. Sunita, smiling. Arohi, if books could eat breakfast, they'd be full before you are. Arohi laughs softly and closes her notebook. Arohi, just one more page, Ma. Her father, Mahesh Sharma, folds his newspaper and joins them. Mahesh, your birthday is only 3 months away. Sunita, have you decided what you want? Arohi thinks for a moment. Arohi, I don't want expensive gifts. Her parents exchange curious looks. Arohi, smiling, I want to travel one day. I want to see ancient places around the world and learn how different cultures preserve their traditions. Mahesh smiles proudly. Mahesh, you've always been curious. Sunita gently brushes a strand of hair from Arohi's face. Sunita, curiosity is a gift, but remember, no matter where life takes you, never forget who you are. Arohi nods. Arohi, I promise. Arohi walks through Jaipur's busy streets carrying a backpack filled with books. She stops at a small flower shop. Flower seller, good morning, Beta. Arohi, namaste, uncle. She buys a small lotus flower. The elderly shopkeeper smiles. Flower seller, you always choose the lotus. Arohi, it's beautiful. It grows in muddy water but still blooms clean. The shopkeeper nods. Flower seller, a good lesson for life. Arohi smiles and continues on her way. As she walks, she notices children struggling to carry school bags across a busy road. She immediately helps them cross safely. One little girl smiles brightly. Little girl, thank you, Didi. Arohi, study well. The children wave as they leave. The librarian, Mrs. Desai, greets her warmly. Mrs. Desai, back again? Arohi, grinning. You just received new books. Mrs. Desai laughs. Mrs. Desai, I knew you'd ask. She hands Arohi a thick volume titled Ancient Civilizations and Lost Worlds. Arohi's eyes sparkle. She spends hours reading about forgotten kingdoms, mysterious portals, and legends from many cultures. She pauses at an illustration of an ancient stone archway surrounded by glowing symbols. Arohi, thinking, imagine if another world really existed. Outside, dark clouds begin gathering. Beyond Earth's skies, in another realm, the kingdom of Ilaria, a magical nation in Europe. The magnificent Vashisht estate stands on a hill surrounded by enchanted forests. Lotus ponds shimmer with magical energy. Colorful birds with glowing feathers fly overhead. Dozens of elegant carriages arrive at the estate. Today is the once every 5 years reunion of the Vashisht family, descendants of Hindu mages who settled in Ilaria centuries ago while preserving their traditions. Inside the grand hall, marigold garlands decorate carved stone pillars. Beautiful Rangoli patterns adorn the marble floor, and brass lamps cast a warm golden light. The atmosphere is filled with laughter and conversation. At the center stands Rajendra Vashisht, the respected head of the family. Rear garden, Vashisht Estate. The celebration continues inside the mansion. Laughter, music, and conversations drift through the open windows. Behind the mansion, Arohi cautiously walks through a beautiful garden. The garden is unlike anything she has ever seen. Lotus flowers glow softly in shades of blue and silver. Tiny fairy-like creatures sit on flower petals before disappearing into sparkling dust. Trees bear fruits of different colors that seem to shine from within. Arohi slowly reaches toward a glowing flower. As her fingers touch it, the flower gently closes like a shy child. Arohi, smiling despite her fear. Even the flowers are magical. Suddenly, crunch. A twig breaks beneath her foot. She freezes. An elderly gardener carrying a basket turns around. His name is Gopal Kaka, the oldest servant of the Vashisht family. He looks at Arohi with surprise. Gopal, who is there? Arohi nervously steps out from behind a tree. Arohi, I'm sorry. The gardener notices her unusual clothes. He has never seen modern earth clothing before. Gopal, confused. Young lady, are you one of the guests? Arohi shakes her head. No. Then how did you enter the estate? Arohi lowers her eyes. I don't know. She looks exhausted. Gopal notices the fear in her face. His expression softens. My child, are you hurt? She quietly nods. I don't know where I am. Gopal offers her his water flask. Gopal, drink. Arohi hesitates. He smiles warmly. Don't worry. She drinks. The cool water refreshes her immediately. Arohi, thank you. Gopal studies her carefully. Her eyes are honest. She does not seem dangerous. After a moment, he says, come with me. Arohi becomes nervous. Where? To the family. She takes a step back. What if they think I'm a thief? Gopal laughs gently. The Vashisht family never judges anyone before listening. Arohi slowly follows him. Rajendra Vashisht has just finished speaking. Guests begin enjoying the feast. Suddenly, the large doors open. Gopal enters. Behind him stands Arohi. Every conversation stops. The musicians stop playing. Nearly 100 relatives turn toward the unfamiliar girl. Arohi feels every pair of eyes on her. She grips the edge of her backpack tightly. Arohi, thinking, everyone is staring at me. Mira Vashisht walks forward. Her expression is calm and gentle. She notices Arohi's trembling hands. Without asking questions, she removes her own shawl and places it over Arohi's shoulders. Mira, you must be cold. Arohi is surprised. She had expected suspicion. Instead, she receives kindness. Her eyes become moist. Arohi, softly, thank you. Mira smiles. What is your name, dear? Arohi, Arohi Sharma. Rajendra steps forward. His voice is calm but authoritative. My child, which magical house do you belong to? Arohi looks confused. I'm sorry. I don't understand. The relatives begin whispering. How can she not know? Is she from another kingdom? Perhaps she lost her memory? Rajendra raises his hand. The whispers stop. What kingdom are you from? Arohi takes a deep breath. I come from India. The room becomes quiet. One elderly uncle smiles. India? Then perhaps she is from Bharat Imperial University. Another replies, no, her clothes are unlike anything I've seen. Rajendra continues. Which magical city? Arohi answers honestly. Jaipur. The relatives exchange puzzled glances. None of them have heard of it. Rajendra motions toward a chair. Sit. Arohi slowly sits down. Mira places a warm cup of herbal tea before her. Rajendra sits opposite her. Tell us everything. Arohi gathers her courage. My name is Arohi Sharma. I live with my parents. I was returning home from a library. There was rain. Suddenly, a glowing circle appeared beneath my feet. I heard a voice. Then everything became bright. When I opened my eyes, I was behind your mansion. The hall becomes completely silent. Nobody interrupts. Some relatives appear skeptical. Others are simply fascinated. One elder stands. We should verify her words. Rajendra nods. Arian brings an ornate crystal resting on a velvet cushion. The crystal is transparent with golden veins running through it. Rajendra explains, this is the crystal of truth. It has protected our family for centuries. If someone knowingly lies while touching it, it glows red. If they speak honestly, it shines silver. Arohi listens quietly. Rajendra places the crystal before her. Would you be willing to touch it? Arohi nods. If it helps you trust me. She places her hand on the crystal. For a heartbeat, nothing happens. Then, a brilliant silver light floods the hall, brighter than anyone has seen in years. The crystal hums softly. Several elders gasp. One whispers, I've never seen it shine like this. Rajendra looks thoughtful. She has spoken the truth. Arohi lowers her head in relief. Scene 15. The Lotus Mark. As the crystal's light fades, a golden symbol slowly appears on Arohi's left wrist. It resembles a blooming lotus surrounded by tiny stars. Dia notices it first. Look! Everyone turns. Mira gently lifts Arohi's hand. The mark? Rajendra's eyes widen. He has seen this symbol only once before, in an ancient manuscript locked within the family's library. He says quietly, this cannot be a coincidence. The camera focuses on the glowing lotus mark as mysterious music rises. The golden lotus mark on Arohi's wrist continues to glow faintly. The hall remains silent. Rajendra Vashisht stares at the symbol, his usually calm expression revealing genuine surprise. Several elderly relatives begin whispering among themselves. Elder Uncle Harish, Rajendra, surely it cannot be that symbol. Elder Aunt Sushila, I have only seen a drawing of it in the old manuscripts. Rajendra gently lifts Arohi's wrist to examine the mark more closely. The lotus has 8 golden petals surrounding a tiny silver star. As Rajendra touches the mark, it emits a warm, harmless light. Arohi looks nervous. Arohi, is something wrong with me? Mira immediately kneels beside her. She smiles reassuringly. Mira, no, child. Whatever this mark means, it isn't your fault. Rajendra turns toward Arian. Rajendra. Arian. Arian. Yes, father? Rajendra. Bring the manuscript of the Lotus. Arian bows respectfully. Arian. At once. Scene 17. The ancient library location. Vashisht Family Library. Arian climbs a spiral staircase into the oldest section of the mansion. The library contains thousands of magical books. Some books float gently in the air, others organize themselves on shelves. Portraits of past Vashisht ancestors decorate the walls. Arian stops before a massive wooden door engraved with Sanskrit verses. He places his palm against the door. Golden runes appear. The door slowly opens. Inside rests the family's oldest collection of magical records. Arian carefully removes an enormous leather-bound manuscript decorated with a blooming lotus. Dust sparkles in the air as he lifts it. Arian, quietly, I hope grandfather is mistaken. Arian returns to the hall carrying the heavy book. Everyone gathers around. Rajendra opens it carefully. The pages turn by themselves until they stop near the center. An illustration appears. It depicts a young woman surrounded by stars and lotus flowers while stepping through a glowing doorway. Arohi's eyes widen. The illustration resembles the portal she saw. Rajendra begins reading aloud. When the worlds stand upon the edge of imbalance, a traveler bearing the lotus of destiny shall cross the unseen path. Neither born of this realm nor bound by its past, she shall unite hearts divided by fear. Her choices shall shape the fate of kingdoms. Silence fills the room. Dia looks between the picture and Arohi. Dia, she looks just like you. Arohi feels a chill. Arohi, thinking, why would an ancient book describe someone like me? Rajendra closes the manuscript. Rajendra, this prophecy is more than 1,000 years old. Arohi swallows nervously. Arohi, I don't understand. I've never done anything special. I was just living an ordinary life. Rajendra smiles kindly. Great destinies rarely choose those who expect them. Arohi looks down. I don't even know how to return home. For the first time, tears gather in her eyes. My parents, they'll think I've disappeared. The room grows quiet. Mira gently places a comforting hand on Arohi's shoulder. Mira, if I were your mother, I would pray that wherever my daughter was, someone kind would protect her. Arohi begins crying softly. Without hesitation, Mira embraces her. The hall watches in silence. Rajendra looks around at the gathered relatives. Rajendra, our guest has nowhere to go. One uncle hesitates, but we know nothing about her. Another elder replies, the crystal accepted her. The prophecy recognized her. What reason have we to fear her? Rajendra nods. He turns to Arohi. My child, until we discover why you came here, this house will be your home. Arohi looks up in surprise. My home? Mira smiles warmly. You will never be treated as a burden. We have plenty of rooms, Dia grins, and now I'll finally have another sister. The room fills with gentle laughter. Arohi folds her hands respectfully. Arohi, thank you. I don't know how I can repay your kindness. Rajendra smiles. You already have. By trusting us. Scene 21. Arian introduces himself. As the gathering slowly resumes, Arian approaches Arohi. He offers a polite smile. Arian, I don't think we've been properly introduced. I'm Arian Vashisht. Arohi smiles. I'm Arohi. Arian notices her backpack. You've been carrying that since you arrived. It must be heavy. He takes it carefully without opening it. No one's belongings should be handled without permission. Arohi smiles appreciatively. Thank you. Dia suddenly appears beside them. She circles Arohi excitedly. So, do people in your world really fly in giant metal birds? Arohi blinks. You mean airplanes? Dia gasps. They're real? Arian laughs. Dia, one question at a time. Everyone smiles. Mira leads Arohi upstairs. They walk through beautifully decorated corridors filled with paintings of mountains, temples, forests, and magical creatures. They stop before a spacious room overlooking the gardens. The room contains carved wooden furniture, shelves of books, and a balcony with blooming lotus flowers. Mira opens the windows. Fresh air enters. I hope you'll be comfortable here. Arohi slowly walks around the room. It's beautiful. Mira notices Arohi looking at a family photograph. We've always believed family isn't only formed by birth. Sometimes destiny introduces new members. Arohi smiles through tears. No one has shown me such kindness before. Mira gently wipes away a tear from Arohi's cheek. Then think of me as your second mother while you're here. Arohi quietly nods. Arohi steps onto the balcony. The setting sun paints the sky in shades of orange and violet. She gazes across the distant mountains. Suddenly, she notices something impossible. Far above the mountains floats an enormous island suspended in the sky. Waterfalls pour from its edges into the clouds below. Towering white buildings gleam in the fading sunlight. Dozens of students on broom-like magical boards fly between the towers. Arohi whispers in awe, "What is that?" Arian, who has come to check on her, smiles. He joins her on the balcony. That's Royal Arcane University, the third-ranked magical university in the world. Arohi can't take her eyes off it. It's floating. Arian nods. One day, if your magic awakens, you might study there too. Arohi looks at the distant academy with wonder, unaware that her future and her first meeting with Arian's close friend, Devendra Trivedi, will begin there. The camera slowly pans from Arohi's determined face to the magnificent floating university glowing against the evening sky. Vashisht Estate. The next morning, Arohi wakes to the gentle sound of birds singing outside her window. For a moment she smiles, thinking she is in her own bedroom in Jaipur. Then she notices the carved ceiling, unfamiliar furniture, and the three moons faintly visible through the window. She slowly sits up. Arohi, whispering, "So, it wasn't a dream." A soft knock comes at the door. Mira. "Good morning, Arohi. Are you awake?" Arohi. "Yes, Auntie. I mean," Mira smiles warmly. "You may call me Ma if you ever feel comfortable enough." Arohi's eyes become moist. She quietly nods. "Thank you, Ma." Mira gently hugs her. The dining hall is lively. Fresh fruit, warm bread, vegetable dishes, and traditional Indian breakfast are served alongside local magical delicacies. Dia waves excitedly. "Come, sit beside me." Arian stands and pulls out a chair for Arohi. Rajendra folds his hands before the meal. Our family begins every meal with gratitude. Everyone closes their eyes. Arohi instinctively joins her palms. After the prayer, Dia smiles. "You already know our tradition." Arohi smiles softly. "My parents taught me the same." Rajendra notices this and exchanges a thoughtful glance with Mira. Scene 26. The story of the Vashisht family. After breakfast, Rajendra leads Arohi to a large gallery filled with paintings of their ancestors. One painting shows a group of travelers crossing mountains. Rajendra begins, "Nearly 800 years ago, our ancestors were invited to Ilaria by the kingdom's rulers. They were scholars, healers, and magical researchers from Bharat. They chose to settle here, but they never forgot their roots." The gallery displays Sanskrit manuscripts, lotus symbols, traditional lamps, and ancient family heirlooms. Arohi smiles. "It feels like a piece of India in another world." Rajendra nods. Culture survives when people carry it in their hearts. They enter Rajendra's study. A magical globe floats above the desk. With a wave of his hand, the globe expands into a glowing map of the magical world. Rajendra points to a magnificent city in India. This is Bharat Imperial Magical University, the finest academy in the world. Golden light surrounds the image. It has held the first rank for centuries. He moves his hand eastward. This is the Celestial Dragon Academy, ranked second. Finally, he points toward a floating island. And this is Royal Arcane University, the academy where Aryan studies, ranked third in the world. Arohi watches in fascination. So students from every magical kingdom study there? Aryan nods. They compete, learn, and build friendships that last a lifetime. Dia grins. And sometimes rivalries too. Everyone laughs. Scene 28. Magic cannot be forced. Arohi hesitates before asking, "Can anyone learn magic?" Rajendra smiles patiently. Knowledge can be taught. Wisdom can be learned. But magical power awakens differently in every individual. He notices the lotus mark on her wrist. Some awaken early, others on their 18th birthday. Arohi looks surprised. My birthday is only 3 months away. Rajendra's expression grows thoughtful. Then destiny has brought you here at a very important time. That afternoon, Arian receives a glowing crystal message. A cheerful male voice echoes from it. Voice: Arian, are you coming back to the university tomorrow? Professor Helena moved the combat assessment again. Arian smiles. I'll be there. The voice laughs. And don't forget the sweets your mother promised. Arian chuckles. I won't. The crystal fades. Arohi looks curious. Who was that? Arian smiles. My best friend? Devendra Trivedi. He is 1 year older than you. We've studied together for years. Dia immediately teases her brother. He is also the most popular senior in the academy. Arian sighs dramatically. Because he helps everyone, Dia giggles. And because half the girls admire him. Arohi laughs softly. He sounds very serious. Arian smiles. He is. But he is also one of the kindest people I know. Scene 30. The Hidden Enemy. Far beneath abandoned ruins. Inside an enormous underground temple, dark purple flames burn silently. Dozens of masked figures kneel. At the center sits a mysterious leader wearing black robes embroidered with silver eclipses. No one has seen his face. He is known only as the Eclipse King. One masked mage enters hurriedly. My lord, the Lotus mark has appeared. The chamber falls silent. The Eclipse King's fingers tighten around the armrest of his throne. So, the prophecy has begun. Another member asks, shall we eliminate the girl? The leader slowly shakes his head. No. Watch her. Every person she befriends. Every lesson she learns. When the time is right, we shall make our move. Purple magical flames rise higher. Night falls over the Vashisht estate. Arohi stands alone on the balcony. The 3 moons illuminate the gardens below. She removes a small photograph from her backpack. It is a picture of herself with her parents in Jaipur. She gently touches it. I don't know how long I'll be here, but I promise, I'll become strong. I'll find a way home. And until then, I'll honor everything you taught me. Behind her, Mira quietly places a warm shawl around her shoulders. You don't have to face this journey alone. Arohi smiles gratefully. Together, they gaze toward the floating lights of Royal Arcane University in the distance. Unseen by either of them, a raven carrying the Black Eclipse's emblem circles high above the estate before disappearing into the night. End of Episode 1. Preview of Episode 2. Arohi begins preparing for her 18th birthday and the awakening of her magical abilities. Soon after, she travels with Arian to Royal Arcane University, where she will meet Devendra Trivedi for the first time, make new friends, and unknowingly draw the attention of the Black Eclipse.